Thank you, Anchors. If you are interested in cross country and boys tennis, tonight is the last night to join. Sign up online to take the activity bus home after practice. Next week, our athletic teams will begin their competitions. Boys and girls soccer will have a game on August 14th, starting at 5:15 at LECC. On Thursday, the 7th grade football will have its first game at home, starting at 5:15. Cross country will have a meet at home, starting at 5:15 on August 16th. Volleyball also plays on the 16th. The weather for today will be a high of 85 degrees and a high chance of rain. Now back to our anchors.
Thanks, Cordion.
The Pearls Club will meet this coming Monday in the BAC until 5 o'clock. This is a fun club that is only for girls only. See Miss Green or Miss Hibbert for more information. This is the only club beginning next week.
It is not too late to join choir. Consider joining choir if you enjoy music. This is a great elective to be a part of.
The celebrity birthday for today is basketball player Andre Drummond.
Our random fact of the day is the sound of E.T. walking was made by someone squishing their hand in jelly.
Now to Mr. Harsha with the rest of your morning announcements.
Have a great day, Bruins.
Good morning, Bruins. Hope everybody has had a great morning. We're going to get started today with something positive. We have asked our teachers, as part of our positive behavior system here at Belzer, to make an effort this week to get started giving little reminders or little tickets to students who are meeting our Core 4 expectations. So hopefully during our B2B programming, everybody understands and learned a little bit about our Core 4 expectations. So whether you're in the cafeteria, the hallway, the classroom, the bus, the bathroom, you know what our expectations are. And our teachers have started to give out these positivity passes. And again, guys, for those of you that get one, you have to find your assistant principal, the assistant principal from the other grade, or Mr. Harsha, and give us these tickets throughout the week. We're going to put them in a basket, and then each Friday morning we're going to do a drawing. Now, in addition to this drawing, next week we will have a drawing just of the people that get a ticket next week, but don't forget that I take this whole stack. So even if you don't get called today, your name is going to stay in the stack, and at the end of the month, we're going to do a drawing for a big prize. So right now, I'm going to draw two 7th graders' names. I think these are 7th graders. Let me double check. Yes, they are. I'm going to draw two of these tickets that are 7th graders, and I'm going to ask these students to meet me in the cafeteria. So again, if I call your name, meet me in the cafeteria as soon as Mr. Kennedy is done talking. He's going to get on in just a minute. Our first winner is Braden Taylor. And Miss Anderson said she appreciated that Braden got right down to work when he entered the classroom. Guys, again, we appreciate you meeting those teachers' expectations. Get into that classroom and get started right away. So Braden, meet me in the cafeteria. And, uh-oh, this is a big one. This says Taylor Jones. This is from Miss Fields. She says, Taylor, thank you for being brave enough to raise your hand and answer questions on the very first day. I appreciate your leadership. Great job, Taylor. Meet me in the cafeteria here in just a couple minutes. Thank you. We will now draw two 8th grade names. And again, what I'm going to try to do each week is draw at least one. Today I'm feeling generous, so we're going to draw two. But we're going to do some 7th graders and some 8th graders each week. So our first winner from the 8th grade is William Mays. And Mr. Harvey says that William Mays was being very kind and helpful during class. William, we appreciate that. Keep up the good behaviors. And let's pick one more. Hennessy Munoz from Mrs. Hill. Hennessy, meet me in the cafeteria. Mrs. Hill did not write down the reason, but I'm sure you were doing something wonderful, and we appreciate it. So those 4 students, if you would, please meet me in the cafeteria at this time. One last reminder, guys, about 2 of our expectations that I know we need reminders about. One is staying on the right side of the hallway and walking. We got a lot better at that the last 2 days, but I want you to think about that today as you're moving to class. And then lastly, guys, dress code. You know, hopefully, what is expected of you, what you're supposed to be wearing to school and what you're not. If you have any question as you look in the mirror in the morning, should I wear this to school? If you have to think about it, Typically the answer is no, you should not be wearing it to school. So we are going to talk about this more in depth on Monday. But teachers, if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, take a glance around your college prep classroom, and if there's a student who you think is in question of violating our dress code, you can either send an email down to Mr. Fox or the grade level administrator, or you can send that student down there with a pass, and we'll make sure we get them taken care of. That's all I've got, and I think I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Kennedy, who has some information for teachers and students about breakfast. Have a great day.
Good. Good morning, Bruins. I am going to take just a minute to tell you guys about a new breakfast, or change to our breakfast system on the student launch page. So 8th graders have had 2 days to take a look at this. 7th graders, you've been exposed to this to some extent already. But you guys know on the student launch page, there's some new functionality, some new buttons here, and I just want to take a second to talk about one of them. If you look at this breakfast icon that's on the upper right corner of the page, and you click on that, you guys will, from now through the end of the school year, be doing a direct order for yourself for breakfast that goes to the cafeteria management. So when you click on that form, it'll go through step by step. It's a pretty simple form, but it's very important that we are filling it out correctly. You guys will put in your student ID, obviously your first and last name, and your order dates. You want to make sure that reflects the day that you want to order for. You can do this in advance if you'd like. Make sure you accurately include your college prep teacher's name, and put in your preferences for breakfast. You have milk choice and milk choice and a fruit choice here, and then you simply submit it. If you want, or if your teacher requires you to, you can ask for a receipt of your responses, and that'll get emailed directly to you. So you'll have to check in with your college prep teacher on Monday to see exactly how they would like you to handle that for distribution purposes. But you'll have a receipt there so you can claim a breakfast. And then when you submit that, it will get sent directly to the cafeteria staff. One important change is that this has to be done before 8:50. So this is an issue of timeliness and an issue of speed. We want to give you guys plenty of time during college prep to eat your breakfasts. And many of you have noticed that we've extended that time for late buses and just some of the delays in the ordering process. This is going to speed that up a little bit, but if you want a breakfast, it has to be submitted by 8:50. After that point, they will not receive your order until the following day, but it will have the wrong date so that it won't be filled the next day. So you'll have to make sure that if you're ordering, for example, on 8:10, that gets done before 8:50. At 8:55, we'll send the breakfast helpers down to the cafeteria to collect these orders, and then your college prep teachers will receive an order total, and you guys will distribute it the same way you have been. One final note, 8th grade students, many of you guys took care of this yesterday during college prep, but at the bottom of this page, you guys will see a JobSpark field trip survey. We have a really exciting opportunity for you guys later in September, but in order to do this, we need your t-shirt orders by today. So there are some t-shirts that are going to be provided to us. You need to put in your first name, last name, your college prep teacher from this list, and then your t-shirt size, and then accurately list your social studies teacher and the period that you have social studies. This is super important to get done ASAP. If you get it done this morning in college prep, then your social studies teacher will not bother you about that later in the day. But if it is not done by lunchtime, then you're going to have a large just defaulted to your name. So if you want to make sure you have a t-shirt that properly fits you, please make sure you take care of that this morning. Thanks. Have a great day.